Hello, I'm Coach Hurd, and thank you for tuning in and listening to the Word from Coach Hurd, where I give you real talk biblical lessons because you already know I'm going to tell it like it is. The title of today's lesson is Koinonia. Koinonia. So you may say, Coach Hurd, why are you here using a Greek word in your lesson? Well, watch it. The lesson is going to come from Acts chapter 2, verse 42. Listen to the Bible here. This is what Luke writes. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. Now, the word fellowship there in the original Greek text, the word is koinonia. So that's why I titled this lesson, Koinonia. Now, we have to understand something. The word for fellowship, koinonia, it's just not a getting together after church in the lobby and hanging out and talking to each other. That word means a deep shared life, a partnership, a communion, a spiritual bond. And so, one of the things that we need to understand about the word fellowship, koinonia, in Acts chapter 2 here is that it is placed right up there. Watch this now. It is placed right up there with the foundational principles and practices of the early church, like learning God's word and praying. So what this means is biblical fellowship is an absolutely essential ingredient for living as a Christian. I'm going to say that again. It's essential for living as a Christian. Now, watch it. Listen to Solomon in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. Listen to the words. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. You see, here's what I do know. We're all going to stumble in this life. We're all going to face temptations. We're all going to have difficulties in this life. But if you're walking a spiritual journey alone, that's not good. Who is there to bring you back to the straight and narrow when you start to drift? And believe me, we all will drift in this Christian walk because none of us is perfect. We know Romans 3:23. We all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So we know we're going to drift. So who is going to be there to help bring you back when you start to drift from God's word? Here's the key. Fellowship is our safety net. Let me say that again. Fellowship is our safety net. You see, it's the mutual, say that again, Coach Hurd, the mutual encouragement and the spiritual sharpening now that we desperately need as human beings. Listen to Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. 27:17 in Proverbs says, iron sharpens iron, and one person sharpens another. Guys, we're meant to rub off on each other. It's just that simple. We're meant to rub off on each other. Okay? We're meant to challenge each other. We don't need a bunch of yes men and yes women around us. We're meant to challenge each other. We're meant to comfort each other. Say that again. We're meant to comfort each other. And watch this. We're meant to spur one another on toward good things. Not bad things, but toward good things. That's what fellowship is all about. So let me make this really practical. Here's a question for you. Are you truly devoted to fellowship? Say that question again. Are you truly devoted to fellowship? Because here, devotion means and it requires intentionality. So it's easy to get busy and let our community slip away. Hey, I'm chief among you with that guilt. I'm guilty of that. It's very easy to get in our busy lives and we're just not fellowshipping with one another. But see, we need to understand that the early church considered fellowship as a pillar of real life. I'm going to say that again. They considered it as a pillar of real life. That's why they put it up there with the teaching of God's word, with the following the teachings of the apostle and praying. That's why they put it up there like that. So here it is. Let me show you 3 things real quickly that's essential for us to fellowship with one another. Number 1, we need mutual encouragement. We need to actively look for ways to build each other up. We have enough in this world of where we're tearing each other down. But if we're going to truly be fellowshipping with our fellow Christians, we need to build each other up and not tear each other down. Number 2, we got to be vulnerable, y'all. We got to find some folks, a few, not a bunch. Find a few people with whom we can be honest about our struggles with. And vice versa. They can be honest with us about their struggles. So we got to be vulnerable in that sense. And number 3, a shared purpose. What's that shared purpose, Coach Hurd? I'm so glad you asked. That shared purpose is working together to serve God and others. Not ourselves, but working together to serve God and others. Koinonia, fellowship. It's essential in our lives, and we got to have it. Hey, I'm done with this. I'm Coach Hurd. Thank you for tuning in and listening to me. I'll catch you next week. Peace.